Welcome to Sacred Magic. Violet is on a quest to bring sacredness back into our everyday experiences. Anyone can have an extraordinary life when they are able to tap into their sacred magic within. Violet and her guests will be sharing their divine passions, inspirations, and stories of connecting with their sacred magic. We are so happy you have joined us today. Let's get started with your host, the magical creator of Discover Your Spiritual Gifts, Vialet Rayne.
Hi, welcome to Sacred Magic Podcast for this special edition of the Sacred Temple Mystery School. I'm your host, Vialet Rayne. I am the founder of the Sacred Temple Mystery School. I'd like to take an opportunity to kind of share some information about our mystery school and what is a mystery school and why are people called. Well, I studied for several years in the practical spirituality mystery school. I immersed myself into these paths that were offered, including priesthood, ritual master, Kabbalah, and American shamanism. It was definitely an enlightening journey where I spent some time in deep study of the ancient mysteries and wisdom of the universe. I was seeking a spiritual mentor and was ready to go deeper into these teachings and to learn the ancient mysteries when I found my mystery school. I've come to realize that I was just really called back home. It was a place that was definitely meant for me to walk. After spending some time in these teachings, I began to receive visions of lifetimes where I have served in the temples as a priest, a priestess, a mystic, a healer, and a master teacher, and many, many lifetimes. Those memories have come to me throughout my journey and my path. So I've found that most people that are attracted to these teachings or want to learn more about these teachings have served at some time within many, many lifetimes. There are different elements and perspectives on these teachings. I've connected with those lifetimes and thought that I would share some of those with you in the ancient mysteries. In the sacred temple, I've served as a priestess in the Temple of Wisdom and Light in Lemuria. I also learned ancient healing techniques from the Shohan Saint Germain in the Violet Flame Temple of Lemuria. I spent many years there studying as well. I had a lifetime as a Celtic priestess learning about herbs and essential oils and healing, where I grew, harvested, and processed many of my own healing tinctures within that lifetime. I've served as an initiate in the temples of Egypt, and life timelines. I had an opportunity to really learn universal magic from light, love, from a perspective of how we can use it to benefit our lives and expand who we are. And I continue to connect with lifetimes through many timelines that I've had. And so it's almost like opening a door and remembering who I was, who I am today, what is my purpose. I think these experiences through these lifetimes and timelines are like a roadmap on your spiritual journey. So you continue to learn, expand, evolve through all these many different layers of who we are. I found with working with the Akashic Records that most of us have similar lifetimes through all timelines. In other words, we're focused on certain things. We gravitate towards certain things because that is what we're supposed to do within the lifetime that we're with. So we're drawn to things. So why are you interested in this book? Or why are you interested in this class? Or why are you interested in this modality or this technique or process? Maybe you've learned it in other lifetimes, and you're trying to evolve that or share your experience or open a door to remember what you learned in that timeline. I think we kind of keep layering those on as we move through our lives to understand what is going on. My goal is to allow individuals to really connect to their divine sacredness. I believe that we've forgotten how sacred and divine that we are. There's so much more to life that we're living on this beautiful planet. So I'm really trying to bring sacredness back into the mainstream for us to be able to connect with. So what does sacredness mean to you? What is sacredness? How do you create sacredness in your life? I think it's important to know that. The other thing is I'm very drawn to rituals. I love rituals. I love processes. I love working with my altar. I love being there in front of my altar and processing. I love meditating at my altar. I love just spending time with the divine at my altar. So are you drawn to ritual practices? And do you crave having that opportunity to serve at an altar? You know, after opening Discover Your Spiritual Gifts, I was spiritually called to open a mystery school. So I'm a natural born scholar. I love learning. I've spent lots of time in classrooms. I love learning perspectives from other people. Even today, I love attending other classes and learning new things and new viewpoints that others may have. I'm really drawn to that. For centuries, you have to understand the mystery schools have been hidden on this planet. You had to be called to work to be able to connect to these teachings. Most of the time, they were the wealthy that were called in, were recruited into the mystery schools. It wasn't like walking down the street and there's a building with a sign and you're like, wow, what is a mystery school? They were actually hidden from plain view. So not everyone was invited to attend. So most of the time it was the wealthy, or it was priests or mystics that connected to the energy that were drawn into these teachings. I'm asked all the time from people, how can I learn these teachings? What can I read? What can I bring in? Well, there's limited way for you to see it unless you've been really called to connect to it. I find that people read books all the time on it and they don't see the connection. Sometimes it's so simple that we overlook it or we don't see the importance. The teachings, the information is all around us every day. It's coming in. It's within our architecture. It's within our art. It's within our history. It stands everywhere, but you may not even see it because you don't know what you're looking for. And unless you know what you're looking for, it's not going to be clearly in front of you. It takes time to do that. So walking the path of the mystery school helps you kind of open. Sacred priesthood is our first path into the mystery school. It builds the foundation. A lot of people will say, well, what do I need to get ready? Well, it's not about getting ready. It's being called. Once you're called, once you're interested, once you're curious, you are being called to serve the light, and you are craving a deeper understanding of the universal teachings. Now, my master teachers are Lord Melchizedek and Archangel Metatron. They are really clearly the guideposts, the master teachers for my mystery schools. If you go out and look at mystery schools throughout the planet, because there are lots of them today, they are not always hidden anymore. They're right out. Everyone focuses on something different. Everyone has a different viewpoint. Everyone is looking at different things. I am truly guided by my master teachers, Lord Melchizedek and Archangel Metatron, and what the classes are and what we offer. And so people are really called to that. So if Melchizedek is showing up as one of your guides, or Metatron is one of your guides, you're probably going to get called to this path because it is definitely their work. So as you step onto sacred priesthood, there are 11 classes along with a group program, which is path number 12, where a group comes together and they demonstrate what they've learned through setting an altar, creating a ceremony and performing a ceremony. There are some requirements as you move through the path that you learn. And then path number 13 is the graduation, where the students are initiated as a priest or a priestess in the order of Melchizedek, and they are given their magical name, which is a powerful, powerful start to their spiritual journey. Because a lot of people think that they're going to step on sacred priesthood, and then when they graduate, it's all done. Well, it's actually just the beginning. Where you think you're going, what you think you're going to do is absolutely going to change by the time you finish. It's going to give you a different perspective. It's going to guide you in a different way for most people. Now, this is not like a spiritual class that you're going to take anywhere else, where you take the class and you go home. The real purpose of this is to be of service and to really integrate it in your life. So in order to do that, it requires a commitment. Requires a commitment of time, requires a financial commitment. It also requires an emotional and mental commitment. It needs to be made priority in your life in order for you to complete it. A lot of times people take it and they come onto the path, and it really isn't a priority. It's more of a curiosity, and they tend to not finish. The people that are really committed to the completion and finishing this are the ones that actually make it to the end of the program. Now, after Sacred Priesthood, there's lots of other classes offered, like Warriors of Light, Sacred Alchemy, and also the Tree of Wisdom, DNA activations. Our mystery school is like a community within a community. So they have special events that are focused on them, special pricing because they're in this class. So there are lots of things that come up when you're part of the mystery school. So down the road, within the next couple years, it is my hope to turn this also into a hybrid program where people can take it from anywhere in the world and then travel to Littleton once or twice a year to complete their practicum, to also prepare for graduation, and they would graduate here at our center. So if you have questions about the mystery school, it means that you're being drawn to it, because the title is part of it. It is a mystery. You're not going to totally understand what it's all about until you begin to take it. And honestly, it's bigger than words can describe. It's not easily described. It's not easily given. And everyone gets something different. It connects to your spiritual and soul level to provide you what you need in this timeline, in this time, for your spiritual evolution and growth. So it can be different for everyone. I see changes that happen with the students in different ways. Some become very committed to their path and find out that, hey, I'm supposed to be a healer or a teacher. Some take the information and they actually integrate it in whatever they do today, whether they're a painter, a grocery clerk, a veterinarian, whatever that is. These teachings can always be integrated and be able to shine the light within any profession or career. We can't all be spiritual leaders. We can't all be painters. It takes all of us to create this world that we live in. And there are lots of ways to integrate these teachings, not only in your personal life, but finding a way to integrate them professionally. I always tell people it's like being called to the high altar of service, that you're now ready to be of service to yourself and also service to others. You're ready to take that step to make you a priority for your spiritual growth and evolution. You know, it's a beautiful path to walk, and it's a beautiful journey, and you get to do it with others. So you're not alone on this journey, you're taking it together. So if you'd like to find out more information on these courses and programs, we have added information into the description with this video so you can check it out. You can also email me at info@discoveryourspiritualgifts.com to ask your questions. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you for watching today. I hope you have a magical week. I hope this video finds you in a beautiful, healthy, joyful, abundant place, and that you are enjoying the magic and the mysteries all around you.
Are you seeking an online spiritual education resource? Do you crave to know more about various topics of spirituality? Discover Your Spiritual Gifts Academy offers a wide variety of programs including Crystal Alchemy, Tarot, The Journey of the Fool, Akashic Record Reading Certification, and much more. These online courses allow you to learn on your schedule and at your own pace. You can find out more at www.discoveryourspiritualgifts.academy. Thank you for joining us. To find out more about Vialet, head over to discoveryourspiritualgifts.com. You can also send a personal message to Vialet through email, violet@discoveryourspiritualgifts.com. If you love the show, subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify. Until next time, remember, we are meant to have abundant and joyful lives. We hope to see you soon at Discover Your Spiritual Gifts.